Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of October. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with an update on the State Board of Education. During the past 2 months, Governor Greitens has had the unusual opportunity to make appointments to fill 4 of the 8 seats on the State Board of Education. New members include Eddie Justice from Poplar Bluff, Claudia Grime of Kansas City, and Doug Russell of Lebanon. Governor Greitens withdrew the nomination of Melissa Gellner of Springfield after initially appointing her, and another appointee for the position representing Southwest Missouri declined to accept the position. After her appointment was withdrawn, Gellner wrote a letter to members of the State Board of Education saying she had been pressured by the governor's office to vote at the board's September meeting to remove Commissioner of Education Margie Van Dieven and replace her with an out-of-state candidate supported by the governor. She says her nomination was withdrawn because she was not willing to support the immediate removal of Van Dieven as commissioner. MSBA Executive Director Melissa Randall says such pressure from the governor's office is troubling.
It is not unusual for a governor to express his or her position on public education to his individual, to the candidates that he intends to appoint to the state board. That's not unusual. What is unusual with this situation is that the information that's coming out is that they've taken an extra step, and not only have they shared their position on public education and inquired of the candidates if they share that position, but they've gone this next step and are dictating personnel decisions.
Randall adds it is essential that the State Board of Education maintain its independence.
We want to ensure that they're protected in terms of their ability to make independent decisions, that they can look at the evidence before them and make decisions on what's best for Missouri's children. That has been our legacy as a state. That's been something that all Missourians ought to be very proud of, that we put our children above politics. And we want to make sure that that stays in place, that we're not setting a dangerous precedent.
The new state board members are subject to confirmation by the Missouri Senate when it reconvenes in January. State board members serve staggered 8-year terms. No more than 4 members can belong to the same political party, and no more than 1 member can be from the same county or congressional district. The State Board of Education has considerable influence over education policy in the state, including the establishment of the state's accreditation and assessment systems. As the debate over school choice continues in Missouri and throughout the nation, it's important to remember there are an abundance of choice options for students within the public schools. A new report by the National School Boards Association's Center for Public Education finds public schools are far from the one-size-fits-all model critics claim. The report finds the broadest range of educational and extracurricular options exist within public schools. Those options include programs emphasizing the arts, career education, advanced placement courses, gifted and honors courses, and distance learning opportunities. The report also finds public schools are more likely to offer after-school programs and tutoring and enrichment activities. School choice advocates tend to focus on the choice of a school building, but that approach fails to recognize the number and range of options for students that are offered inside public school buildings. MSBA has been highlighting innovative programs in Missouri's public schools through our Stand Up for Missouri's Public Schools video series. Those stories are posted on the MSBA website. We're likely to see legislative proposals during the next session of the General Assembly that claim to expand choice for parents and students, including the expansion of charter schools statewide and legislation that would establish what are called education savings accounts. ESAs are a form of vouchers enabling taxpayer money to be spent with private schools that are not accountable to the public. The annual MSBA School Personnel Information Survey is now open. This survey collects information on the wages, salaries, and benefits of teachers and other school employees to help boards and administrators make fully informed personnel decisions. Member districts that complete the survey and submit their salary schedules and collective bargaining agreements by November 13th receive free access to the data collected. Make sure your district's information is included in this year's database. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.